Hey guys, MegamanNG here, and we are continuing on with my TMNT quick episode reviews. This week we're talking about today's episode. Yeah, because they air every week on Sundays. This week we're focusing on the weird world of Wyrm. Now this is going to be a quick review because I want to explain not only the plot, but how I feel about the episode. And let me tell you, this episode is funny, and it basically has like a lot of stuff involving sci-fi. It's crazy, and I love it. Basically, the episode centers on the Turtles traveling to an abandoned spaceship, finding like some sort of hyperdimensional prison cage. When Casey discovers it, he releases it, and out comes Wyrm. And Wyrm is, without a doubt, crazy. I really mean it. He is crazy. He's crazy because he's like the genie from Aladdin, as well as some of the more other genie-based characters. But it adds a bit of chaos with Q, like makes nods to Q from Star Trek. And even goes as far at the end to basically like destroys the known universe. It's nuts. Not only was this episode funny and hilarious, but the episode also pays nods to stuff like, for example, Chris Bradford. As you know, he's basically a nod to Chuck Norris. As well as the 80s skit that they showed in the episode was a nod to Chuck Norris's Karate Commandos. It's pretty funny, and it's like a good nod to the 80s at least. At least Michelangelo likes it. Now, what's most interestingly is about the Wyrm. And the Wyrm is basically this week's baddie. But is a baddie of a different sort. It is, without a doubt, insane, funny. He's also crazy, but he's also like a genie, which gives them 3 wishes. However, there's a twist. After 3 wishes, he's free and he's ready to conquer the universe. He's voiced by Dwight Schultz, who played Captain Howling Mad Murdoch on the A-Team, as well as Lieutenant Barclay on Star Trek The Next Generation. Nice, we actually got a Trekkie on the show, alongside David Tennant, who plays the Fugitoid, a Doctor Who. And he gives voice to Wyrm, which, as you guys know, is an obscure TMNT mutant from the Archie TMNT comics, as well as the action figure line of 1991. Nice that Wyrm's now getting new life. Now, there were a lot of things that I liked about the episode, along with the nods to like Chuck Norris and everything. Not to mention, Wyrm has a bit of Q, like a Q-like vibe from Star Trek, as well as DC Comics' Mr. Mxyzptlk. I can't even get the name right. He also voiced the character in the Superman Returns video game. Isn't that funny? Now, one of the funniest things I liked about the episode was when Casey Jones itself. I feel like Casey Jones was like the star next to the Wyrm. Because there was like one bit where he turns into Dr. Manhattan, becoming omnipotent and smart. And he basically outwits them in the end. He outwits Wyrm. And I'm like, wow. And I thought this guy can be really dumb sometimes, but he can't stand up on his own. Although, of course, the hilarious parts with the episode as well involves Wyrm, as well as the many wishes that follow, especially the last one when Raph, without thinking straight, wishes for an anti-Wyrm laser cannon. You can guess how that went. It didn't go so well. And fortunately, Casey was the one who helped save the day by outwitting this guy, because remember, he made a wish that made him become like Dr. Manhattan style. Not to mention also having nods to like, they mentioned Astro Zombies. And Astro Zombies, I've seen weird stuff like that, but that's just crazy. Although the bonus wish being at the end was good. It was pretty nice, it was pretty enjoyable. Although my only problem with this episode is just filler. It may be filler, but it's a very good kind of filler. And I enjoy it. So for my rating, I am giving this an 8 out of 10. It is a very good episode. It's very funny. The villain was just hilarious and enjoyable to watch. The antics were good. The action was good. And the ending was pretty satisfying. Although it basically like goes all the way back to the beginning just with a change. That's all there is to it. So I want to know, what do you guys think of this week's episode? I want to hear from you. Please let me know in the comments what you guys think of this week's episode. And if you enjoyed this video, please, please, please be sure to hit the like button. It does mean a lot to me, especially in these troubled times when I'm trying to get my stuff out there. It's never easy. But I want to make sure that you guys hear what I think of these shows and how much I like them. And with how TMNT Season 4 is coming along, it's coming along great. 3 episodes in, and it's great. I really am enjoying this. Now it makes me want to binge watch the rest of the series all the way up to the end of Season 3. Because I may as well do that right now. That's about it. Thanks for watching. See you next week for another episode review. And yeah. See you around. This is MegamanNG signing off. Peace out.